here's how it works. You make a video about us, you appear on the podcast the following week.
Yeah, well, that's why I figured. That's why I made the video.
You make a video about James Rolfe, and it's tangentially related. We'll put you on too.
Yeah. It doesn't matter how many or few views there are.
Yeah.
That video actually did well for my channel. So, thank you for the $48 in ad revenue that I got from it.
Oh, that's pretty good. Wow.
$48. Yeah. Do you think that the average YouTube viewer has any sense, like any calibration whatsoever about how much like any particular video makes a person?
No.
Because I'll tell you, I'll dump some tea. The Kieran video we made, the first Kieran video we've made like 15 AVGN related videos. So
15 Kieran.
Oh, trust
videos.
me, I've gone through your channel. I just type in Cinemassacre and I just go through them like while I'm playing a video game or whatever. And I enjoy them.
You just let the AVGN critiques wash over you.
Oh yeah.
So that video got, I think it's up to 110 or 115,000 or something, which is, it's very high performing for a little dopey channel like ours. And I can tell you that video made like $250.
Wow.
Now that seems like a lot of money to some people, but like in the scheme, imagine if you were trying to make a career on YouTube and you had to hit 110,000 views every time you put up a video, and all it got you was like one meal at Olive Garden, or however.
Yeah, like half a microphone.
It all depends. It's like, it depends on what advertisers are like sticking their ads before and during your videos. Like,
sure.
Yeah, like I did one, I think it was the State of Cinemassacre in 2022. And all I remember seeing is like, so I look at my total ad revenue, which, I mean, I don't give a shit, whatever. It's not like personal information to me. Like every month is around $100 to $150 for all my videos. And I have some that are 500,000 views, and that's how much I make. But I did that AVGN one, and for that month, the ad revenue spiked up to like 400. So
that's very interesting.
Yeah. So
because you'd think they'd want to disincentivize like drama like that, but I guess they don't care. I don't know.
It's all about. I feel like it's just all about the clicks. I mean, like it. Because my most successful video is I believe it's like a review of a piece of musical equipment. And so like So I was told when I watched all the prerequisites, you starting your own YouTube channel like 10 years ago. Yeah. It's like people go to YouTube to seek out entertainment or to be informed. And when I think about my most popular videos, it's either the drama / entertaining videos, or it's the ones where I'm doing like a review of something that's informational of someone.
It's pretty much what we do. Like I have a grill review, I think on Red Cow. It has like over 200,000 views. Yeah. So
people are looking for info about that grill, and then what they find is like EJ's comedy, and either that works out for them or it doesn't.
Yeah, I would see like in my demo, it was this effects pedal that does effects to your voice or whatever, and so I wanted to sample the various effects that the pedal did, and I wasn't even trying to be funny, but like when I'd cycle through an effect and it'd be like a radio filter effect, I'd be like, like those old like butt rock songs are like, oh yeah, I got smack, yeah. It's got like that filter. So I'd like sing like that, and then I'd just do various impressions. I was just doing it to demonstrate the thing, and everyone's like, dude, you're so funny. You should do more videos like this. I'm like, what, more videos where I poorly sing like other people, like while I review something? I don't know.
And then you get the flip side where you put some jokes in it, not even like excessively. They'll be like, hey, cut the comedy and just go right to the details, man.
Yeah. I was here for information about a grill. I would prefer if you did not be funny. I just want information about the grill.
I like it when someone will just comment the timestamp, and they'll be like, you're welcome, everyone.
I know, right? What a cunt.
Yeah.
Skip right here.
Here's the real, to skip all of his blathering, getting to what we're really here for. I put the timestamp here in the comments. You're welcome.
3:27.
That's why I put timestamps in my videos, because I know I can go I spin some yarn that I know some people don't like, and it's like if you want to get to the gaming mod, you click that time code.
Yeah.
Well, something I feel like I've discovered over time is there's a huge difference between an audience that knows you and an audience that doesn't know you. So, like for instance, we do this sort of shopping show called What's in Junt's Cart, and the people who are in who go in for it love it. But like we recently did one at Micro Center, big like computer wholesaler. It's like a for computer geeks, they love this store. And so some kind soul, bless their heart, decided to post it on the Micro Center Reddit. And because like everybody who is already in the bag for What's in Junt's Cart like really enjoyed the video. And I just knew, I was like, as soon as you show this to strangers, they're going to be like, what's with the fat guy? That's how like, people just hated it. So yeah, you have to find a way to like, they have to find you accidentally, and then you have to sort of like offboard them from their initial expectations and get them into some new flow. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but what people who like don't know me, but only follow y'all stuff, comments that I'm already just going to like, preface, I guess. My blue hair is gay. I am gay, possibly. You think you're so cool with your little vape. You're a douchebag. Take your lip ring out. What are you, like 15-year-old emo boy? What else? I don't like how he only has the headphone on one ear and not the other. I think.
that is so true. Like I wouldn't have thought of that until you said it, but I can definitely see the comment that's like, it is driving me crazy that he doesn't just put both headphones on.
I feel like if I beat him to it, then is it really like that prescient of a comment at that point?
They might just double down and be like, yeah, he's right.
yeah.
That's the gayest way to wear headphones ever.
Why don't you introduce yourself, because we just jumped right in.
My name is Josh Cannon, and I do a channel called Dancing with Ghosts. It's also the name of my band, but no one cares about the band part. No, I usually do. My channel usually focuses on music-related things. And a while back, because like all three of us started out at one point or another as AVGN fans, Angry Video Game Nerd, for those who are just jumping on. But no, so I liked his content for a long time, and like unfortunately, I just get into this like habit where I only like kind of. I find the one thing I like about a channel, like for you guys, it was the podcast. And then I'm just like, literally fuck everything else. I don't want to hear anything else that they do. Don't tell me about BoxMac. Don't say, I just want all of this. So that's how I was with the AVGN series. I just cared about the nerd. So in my mind, everything that he had been doing was pretty good for a long time, as far as like those, because I didn't watch. I later made a video about Bored James, because everyone was like, "Oh, you haven't seen Bored James? That's like the best things he's ever done." So I went and saw that eventually, but I never watched the movie reviews that I never watched any of that shit.
Interesting.
And then out of nowhere, I see like all these dudes that are just hanging out in his videos, and he's releasing more of those rental reviews and shit like that than he was actual nerd episodes, and I started getting like annoyed by that. But then when he during the pandemic, when he did Rex Viper, he posted the first video. I was like, what is this? Because for like the longest time, I was under the impression that like kind of everything James does is of high quality, and it's got to be good because he made this brilliant character so many years ago. But then when I saw rental reviews, I'm like, man, this feels really lazy and just kind of slapped together, and like we need content, but we don't want to actually like put thought into it, and James isn't even really talking, and like then like the cracks started to form in my head, like, oh, it is possible that he makes bad content. And then when I saw the Rex Viper video, I was like, holy shit, this is like really bad, like on so many levels. Like this is really bad. There's like a lot of really cringy, like I know people overuse that word nowadays, cringy, but like truly, like there's no other word I can think of. Like there were some really cringy moments. I was like, damn, I gotta make a video about this. And I didn't, again, when I made the video about y'all, I didn't know what it would do. I didn't know there was like the lust for the nerd tea was like so, out there, but
we didn't either.
Yeah, obviously we didn't, because we were like in our jammies.
We both were in our Christmas jammies. I had a big erection the whole time, and but
yeah, no, that's one thing I noticed when I saw that video. I was like, man, that guy has like really short shorts. Is he aware of like how short those shorts are?
Yes, I was, and they were very comfortable. And as soon as I threw it up, again, it was just to advertise the Patreon. And as soon as it started to do numbers, I was like, when are they going to talk about my shorts? They're going to say it.
Oh,
they're going to
fuck.
what are they going to mention? And
there's the unpainted shelves.
That was weird. That was a weird criticism. I registered that it was in a room that was very basic looking, but I was like, whatever. Yeah.
I think, you know what? In retrospect, I think the whole thing is pretty badass. There I am in my panties, hanging out by my arcade, going on for an hour about AVGN, and still somehow capturing hearts and minds and imaginations.
Yeah,
me and my undershirt and unkempt hair.
Cackling.
Yeah, I was like, who are these dudes from the 1970s? Just talking about.
Wait a minute. Pause. Why the 1970s? Is it because of the wood paneling?
The wood grain background, maybe.
The wood grain background, the very short shorts that no one would have batted an eye in 1975.
True,
if you
right.
Walk down the street.
I'm trying to bring a certain kind of masculinity back.
Yeah, well, yeah, you one testicle hanging out the whole time. It was great. I mean, you totally asserted your dominance in that video over me and everyone else. But yeah, no, I was like I said in the video. So I made a video about these guys I'm talking to right now for anyone who may not have seen it, which is probably more than half of your audience. Although I did get a lot of your people commenting. Were they nice? There was a few that were crazy. Yeah, good. They're on your video where you mentioned me, some guy was like, that is the gayest haircut I've ever seen, but his channel's pretty cool or something like that. And it's like, yeah, okay.
See, that's a big win. You're like, you know what? Despite the gay haircut, I won you over. Despite the short shorts, I made a few salient points.
The weird thing was I was sucking his dick while he made that comment. So
this is awfully gay, but I enjoy the content.
But So anyway, that's my channel. I do a lot of music stuff. Then one day I made a video about Rex Viper, and my God, it took off. And I mean, we all have smaller-ish channels, and anytime you get over a couple thousand, you're like, wow, that's a successful video for me.
Yeah.
So it was when I heard that they were playing live, I was like, okay, I have to check this out now because, music is my thing. And man, it was a gift that kept on giving because in the music videos, and like I said, in my video, they can hide behind a lot of the studio, even though the mix was shit, they can hide, you just kind of get used to the shitty mix and the auto-tune vocals and all that. And it's like, okay, this could, if you were a less, sophisticated music listener, this could pass for a song or or whatever, if you're a kid, maybe a little kid or something. But then when they played live, it was no more hiding behind any of that, and it was just oh my God, this is, how did they hear this and go, yeah, no, this is good, we can go out on stage with this. And I mean, I said in my video, I was like, dude, there was so many things. It's the lead guitarist, I don't know if you saw any of the live clips of Rex Viper. Yeah. God, that guy was so bad. And I'm like, man, the amount of doctoring they had to do in the studio to make his solo sound as clean as they did.
For his level of success, James can't surround himself with talented people. I don't know. He can't recruit talent. It's a strange thing.
Yeah.
I know that talent is scarce in this world, in this fallen world, but it's you just would think that he'd have his pick of, if James Rolfe tomorrow wanted to, if we could start over again, wanted to start a band, I feel like there's I look through the Cinemassacre Truth, and there are people who are more talented editors and graphic designers and comedians than the ones he hired,
I think he's just a very antisocial guy. I don't think he knows how to really, if he went out in public, I don't know if he would ever just start a conversation with someone.
I think it's whatever was easiest to him. He could get the ball rolling with as little pressure as possible. Yeah, that's how he formed that band. That's how he got Screen Wave. That's how he continues to make content.
Let's do a band. We'll call it Rex Viper. Yeah.
So I thought, why don't we start a band? We'll call it Rex Viper. Just this week, an amazing thing happened. I don't know if you caught it. So Cinemassacre Truth, they play with AI impersonations all the time. And so like a year ago when they did their Monster Madness thing, they had like a pretty bad, like sort of comedically bad robot Bimmy voice. And then it got, then this new open source tool was released and it became a lot better, but it was still kind of stiff. Recently, the mod of Cinemaster Truth, Great Bowser, he took this new AI voice tool. And what it does is you can take my recording, my impersonation of James, and so keep the cadence, keep the rhythm, keep the words, and just replace my voice, with his vocals. And it's fucking uncanny.
I feel like that's the future of impersonations. Like, Kyle Dunnigan and stuff like that, where he does his really kind of like almost bad face impressions and stuff like that with the digital book thing. But if you combine that impression with this AI, it would be uncanny. It would be so like, yeah, it was, I couldn't believe how good it was.
No, I feel like I just heard about that, like AI where it can like take a voice and make it say like whatever. I feel like I heard about that like a year ago, and like already it's just evolved into this like
What's it going to be in a year? So here, take a listen to this. Ready?
You know what I don't give a fuck about? Content. Producing it. I gotta do it all the time. And then you gotta hire slobs. But nobody likes the slobs. Stock images from Google image search that still have the watermarks on them and stuff. So then you gotta buy a house for your kids. The only space you have is a garage. Oh, great. Now I gotta rebuild my whole set in a small garage. I'm drilling holes in desks. My childhood desks. And now I'm in anti-gravity because fucking lights are on the ceiling. I don't give a fuck. I pretty much have it skated and stabbed.
It's uncanny.
Why so many shitty games? Cursed to the bowels of hell. Am I doomed forever to review these games? And then it's the LJN rainbow shit. It's like beat poetry.
It is.
And that's why I don't give a fuck. As if I'm not aware.
It's uncanny.
Jesus Christ. That's almost like how like what is keeping people from using that for like evil purposes,
Oh, it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna get to the point where we will not be able to believe anything.
Subscribe to Red Cow Entertainment on Patreon for full episodes every other week.